Everything we thought we knew about the 6.3 update just got thrown out the window, and if you were saving for the wrong character, your account is about to take a serious hit because Hoyoverse is playing mind games with us. Looking for the best way to recharge in Genshin Impact? Loot Bar is the smarter choice. It works exactly like the in-game top-up, but it's way more affordable. New users get 10% off with the link in the pinned comment, and users can receive an additional 5% discount coupon. Loot Bar also has special deals on crystal packs, including the 6480 bundle, and even an all-in-one package with everything you need. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $80 on Loot Bar. The process is simple and secure. You don't need your password or login. Just enter your UID, pick your server, choose your pack, and your crystals are delivered in seconds. Players around the world trust Loot Bar because it's fast, safe, and affordable. So don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and start saving on your top-ups today. Loot Bar, safe, fast, and way more affordable. Just a few hours ago, we received brand new info about the upcoming version 6.3 banners. And this time, the source is none other than Hakushin, one of the most reliable leakers in the entire Genshin community. If you hear that name, you already know the leak is basically as close to confirmed as it gets. And to make things even more solid, HomDG Cat also mentioned the exact same characters, which pretty much tells us this lineup is set in stone. So, according to Hakushin, version 6.3 will feature Colombina and Zibai, plus Iluga as the 4-star character, of course, but they'll be paired with Neuvillette and Ineffa. Yes, Ineffa. That one caught a lot of players off guard. Neuvillette wasn't so surprising at all. His rerun has been predicted for weeks. First, because of his new skin, and Hoyoverse has a very consistent pattern with skins. Whenever a character gets a new outfit, they almost always get a rerun right afterward. And second, because he typically shows up not long after Furina's rerun. So once Furina was confirmed, a lot of players already guessed that Neuvillette would follow in version 6.3. Seeing him on the banner lineup just confirms what most people already expected. But Ineffa being included, that's where things get interesting. Many players have been curious about when she would get her rerun, but not a lot of people thought it would happen this soon. If you look at the timeline, there are several new characters who appeared way before her and still have not received a rerun yet. Some of them have been waiting for months and still haven't shown up again. So it's definitely strange that Hoyoverse chose to rerun Ineffa before others who have been overdue for much longer. It's moments like this where you really see how Hoyoverse likes to mix up the order intentionally. They love throwing off the community's predictions and keeping everyone guessing so no one can fully figure out the pattern. Right now, the exact banner phases are not confirmed yet. We don't know which character will appear in Phase 1 or Phase 2, and I don't want to throw out random guesses that could end up being false information. What we do know is that the lineup itself is extremely likely to be correct, but the order is still a mystery for now. Don't worry, though. As soon as we get clear details about the phases, I'll keep you updated immediately. This patch is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable ones in a long time, so make sure to stay tuned for more updates as soon as the leakers drop anything new. So let's really dig into why this specific combination of characters is such a massive deal, and why it's actually a huge problem for free-to-play players and low spenders. We need to talk about Colombina. The hype for the Fatui Harbingers is always on another level, but Colombina hits differently. We have known about her since that massive teaser video years ago, where all the Harbingers gathered around the coffin. She was the one singing, the one who looked innocent but absolutely terrifying at the same time. Lore-wise, Child even warned us about her. He basically said that despite her small size and quiet nature, she is dangerous enough to rank extremely high in the Fatui hierarchy. When a character has that kind of lore build-up, you know their kit is going to be broken. Look at what happened with Arlecchino. Look at Scaramouche. The Harbingers introduce new mechanics that shift the way we play the game. With Colombina finally arriving in 6.3, this isn't just another banner. This is a must-pull situation for anyone who cares about the story or having the strongest units. The visual design alone is going to sell millions. That spooky, angelic aesthetic with the closed eyes? It's unique. We haven't really seen anything like it, and that brings us to the first major issue with this banner lineup. You have Colombina, a top-tier harbinger who is guaranteed to be strong, sitting right next to Zibai. Now, Zibai is the wild card here. New characters in the 6.x cycle have been pushing the power creep steadily. If Zibai ends up being a support unit that buffs the current meta or a DPS, you are looking at 2 back-to-back new characters that you essentially need to have. Usually we get a breathing room patch. You know, a patch where it's maybe 1 new character and 3 reruns that everyone already has. But dropping Colombina and Zibai together? That is aggressive. It screams that the developers are trying to drain our Primo Gem stashes before something even bigger comes along in 7.0. And then we have to talk about Neuvillette. The man, the myth, the Hydro Dragon. Even if you have been playing under a rock, you know that Neuvillette completely changed the game when he first released. He is arguably the best DPS in the game because he does everything. He has high health, he heals himself, he deals massive area of effect damage, and he doesn't really need a shielder if you play him right. The fact that he is coming back now, specifically with a new skin, is a trap. A beautiful, tempting trap. Skins in this game are a status symbol, but they also signal that the developers want to put the spotlight back on an older unit. They want you to spend money on the Genesis crystals for the skin, and then spend your saved Primo Gems to get the character to match the skin. It's a classic double-dip strategy. If you skipped him before because you thought, oh, he'll come back later, well, later is now. And he is competing directly with a Fatui Harbinger for your wishes. This is the hardest choice a lot of players have had to make in the last year. Do you go for the proven power of the Hydro Sovereign, or do you gamble on the mysterious power of the Damselette? But the real curveball here, the thing that messes up everyone's plans, is Ineffa. As we mentioned earlier, her being here makes 0 sense chronologically. There is a line for reruns. Usually characters wait their turn. We have characters from the start of the 5.x cycle who are still sitting on the bench, gathering dust, waiting for their banner to come back. Fans of those characters have been saving for months, calculating exactly when they would arrive based on the usual patterns. And then Ineffa just cuts the line. Why? Why Ineffa and why now? We have to look at the gameplay synergy. Often, when a weird rerun happens, it's because that character works perfectly with the new character. Is Ineffa the best teammate for Colombina? Does her kit enable Zibai to do something crazy? That is the only logical explanation for skipping the line. If Ineffa provides a specific buff or elemental application that Colombina needs to function at 100% potential, then this banner lineup is actually a full team starter pack disguised as a random assortment of units. This puts players in a terrible spot. Let's say you want Colombina, you get her. But then you find out she feels clunky or weak without Ineffa. Now you have to pull for Ineffa too. But wait, you also want Neuvillette because he's the best DPS. And you kind of want Zibai because she's new. That is 4 5-star characters in a single patch cycle that all demand your attention. Unless you have been saving since version 5.0 without spending a single wish, there is no way a free-to-play player can guarantee all of this. You have to make sacrifices. This is the problem challenge section of our analysis today. The resource crisis. We are entering a phase of the game where the quality of characters is so high that skipping anyone feels like a mistake. In the past, it was easy to skip. Remember when Dehya released? It was easy to say, no thanks, and save your gems. But looking at 6.3, who do you skip? You can't skip Colombina because she's a Harbinger. You shouldn't skip Neuvillette because he's the meta king. Zibai is the shiny new toy, and Ineffa might be the secret key to making them all work. It's designed to make you feel the FOMO, and it's working. The community is already freaking out on Twitter and Reddit. People are posting their savings, realizing they don't have enough. They are asking if they should swipe the credit card. It's chaos. Let's explore this further. What does this mean for the future of the game? If Hakushin and HomDG Cat are right, and they almost always are, this sets a new precedent. It means that patterns are dead. We used to rely on charts and spreadsheets to predict reruns. Oh, it's been 6 months, so Ruthlessly must be coming next. Nope. 6.3 proves that Hoyoverse doesn't care about the 6-month rule. They will rerun whoever makes the most sense for sales and synergy, regardless of how long the line is. This makes planning incredibly difficult. If you are a rigorous planner who likes to map out your pulls 6 months in advance, you need to throw that map in the trash. You need to become adaptable. You need to start hoarding resources not for a specific date, but for a specific opportunity. You need to keep a liquid fund of Primo Gems ready for surprises like Ineffa. Also, consider the weapon banner. If these are the character pairings, the weapon banner is going to be absolutely stacked. Imagine Neuvillette's signature catalyst running alongside Colombina's signature weapon. That would be one of the best weapon banners in history. Neuvillette's weapon is a massive stat stick that works on almost any HP scaling damage dealer. We don't know what Colombina's weapon does yet, but Harbingers usually get weapons that are aesthetically stunning and have high crit stats. If Phase 1 is Neuvillette and Colombina, that weapon banner is a must-pull for veterans. But if they split them up? If they put Neuvillette with Ineffa and Colombina with Zibai? Then it gets risky. Ineffa's weapon might be niche. Zibai's weapon might be too specific. This is how they get you. They balance the risk and reward perfectly to tempt you into wishing on a banner that might screw you over. We also have to talk about the 4-star Iluga. New 4-stars are hit or miss. Sometimes we get a Bennett or a Xingqiu characters so good they never leave our teams. Sometimes we get, characters we never use. Iluga being on this banner is a nice bonus, but don't fall into the trap of building pity or wishing just for the 4-star. We have seen too many horror stories of people wasting 70 wishes trying to get one copy of a new 4-star, only to accidentally get a 5-star they didn't want, ruining their guaranteed pity for the character they actually loved. With a lineup this dangerous, do not risk it for Iluga. If you get Iluga, great. If not, wait. They will be added to the standard pool later. So, here's the climax of the situation. You are standing on the edge of version 6.3. You have a limited amount of pulls. You have 4 heavy hitters staring you in the face. What is the winning move? The winning move is patience and information. Do not pull on day 1 unless you are 100% sure. Wait for the theory crafters. Wait for the YouTubers to do the math. Wait to see if Colombina actually lives up to the hype, or if she has some weird caveat in her kit that makes her hard to play. Wait to see if Ineffa is actually needed for the new teams. The banner lasts for weeks. You do not need to rush. The mistake most people make is getting caught up in the hype on launch day, spending everything, and then regretting it 3 days later when the honeymoon phase wears off and they realize the character doesn't fit their account. Neuvillette is the safest bet here. We know he is good. If you need power, pick him. Colombina is the high-risk, high-reward play. If she breaks the game, you'll be glad you have her. If she's niche, you might regret skipping the Hydro Dragon. To summarize everything we've covered, the leaks from Hakushin and HomDG Cat have confirmed a powerhouse lineup for 6.3. We are looking at the debut of the Fatui Harbinger Colombina and the new character Zibai. Alongside them, we have the return of the Hydro Sovereign Neuvillette, sporting a fancy new skin and the surprise early rerun of Ineffa. This lineup breaks all the traditional rules of rerun queues, proving that patterns are irrelevant when Hoyoverse wants to shake things up. The presence of Neuvillette suggests a desire to drain player resources with a top-tier meta unit, while Colombina targets the lore lovers and waifu collectors. Ineffa's inclusion hints at a possible synergy requirement that could force players to pull multiple units to make a team work. It is a brutal month for your wallet, but an exciting one for the game. The days of easy choices are over. You need to look at your account, look at what elements you are missing, and decide what matters more to you, the proven strength of the past or the mysterious potential of the future. Whatever you choose, make sure you don't look back. If you are still undecided, or if you want to see exactly how many Primogems you can farm before Colombina's banner drops, you need to watch this video right here because it breaks down the entire math for the patch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.